What are the best basketball movies of all time? I made a list and I ranked it. What's the criteria? Basketball has to be a major theme, or there must be significant basketball scenes. No documentaries, English language only. How are they ranked? I collected data from websites, converted the rankings, determined how well they fit the category, then averaged the scores. And yes, I included my own ratings and the film popularity in the formula. Any questions? Let's get started. Starting with number 1. It's Hoosiers, about a small town high school basketball team and their abrasive new coach, starring Gene Hackman. In 2015, the Indiana Pacers NBA team wore tribute Hickory uniforms inspired by the film, in honor of the film's 30th anniversary. Love and Basketball, a story about people in love with each other and the game of basketball, starring Omar Epps. Sanaa Lathan said her basketball tryout for the film was terrible because she had never played before. She literally didn't know how to dribble or hold the ball. Coach Carter, a high school basketball coach, makes headlines after benching his undefeated team, starring Samuel L. Jackson. This was the film debut for both Channing Tatum and singer Ashanti. Finding Forrester, a young basketball player discovers his passion for writing, starring Sean Connery and Rob Brown. This was Rob Brown's film debut. He also appears in Coach Carter. White Men Can't Jump. A pair of basketball hustlers team up to con their way across Los Angeles, starring Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson. Foods that start with the letter Q was later an actual category on Jeopardy. Wesley and Woody were previously football teammates in the movie Wildcats. He Got Game. A basketball player's father tries to convince him to go to college in exchange for a shorter prison sentence. Starring Academy Award-winning actor Denzel Washington and Hall of Fame basketball player Ray Allen. Glory Road. The true story of the first all-black starting team in college basketball and their road to glory, starring Josh Lucas. The year following their national championship, Texas Western was renamed to University of Texas El Paso. The Way Back. A former basketball star attempts to recover from alcoholism by coaching his former team, starring Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck also struggled with alcoholism prior to this movie. Director Gavin O'Connor mentioned, Ben had literally gotten out of rehab the day we started shooting the movie. Space Jam. Bugs Bunny and Michael Jordan play basketball against evil cartoon aliens, starring Michael Jordan. To keep Michael Jordan happy while filming, Warner Brothers built him an actual basketball court on set, so he could use it whenever he was on breaks. Marvin the Martian was the referee because he's both an alien and a Looney Tune, so therefore he could be considered neutral. The Basketball Diaries. A teenage basketball star free falls into the world of drug addiction, starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Mark Wahlberg. This was the first film DiCaprio and Wahlberg worked together. They would later appear together in The Departed. Uncut Gems. A New Yorker gets caught up in a game of high-stakes gambling on basketball, starring Adam Sandler. The F word was used 560 times in this movie, the fourth highest in film history. Teen Wolf. A shy teenager's newfound powers help him score at basketball and with the popular girls, starring Michael J. Fox. Michael J. Fox co-starred as brother and sister with Justine Bateman on Family Ties. Justine's real-life brother, Jason Bateman, starred in the sequel to Teen Wolf 2. Like Mike, an orphan kid finds Michael Jordan's old shoes and gains unbelievable basketball powers, starring Lil Bow Wow and Morris Chestnut. Prior to release, power companies issued press releases to remind people of the danger of high-voltage power lines. Just Right. A physical therapist falls for a basketball player that she's helping to recover from a career-threatening injury, starring Queen Latifah in Common. Both Queen Latifah and Common started out as musicians before crossing over to acting. Semi-Pro. Jackie Moon leads the worst team in the league as they rally for a chance to make it to the NBA. Starring Will Ferrell. Except for the Flint Tropics, all of the other team names and uniforms are from the real ABA. Woody Harrelson appears in another basketball movie, White Men Can't Jump. Uncle Drew. Uncle Drew recruits a team of old basketball players to compete in a tournament, starring Kyrie Irving. Kyrie first created the character Uncle Drew for a Pepsi Max advertisement. He got the idea after watching a YouTube video where an old man shows off at a skate park. Above the Rim. The story of a promising high school basketball player and the relationship with his two brothers, starring Dwayne Martin and Tupac. Above the Rim is considered the conclusion of the Harlem trilogy, after New Jack City and Sugar Hill. Blue Chips. A desperate basketball coach is pressured into secretly paying players to stay competitive, starring Nick Nolte and Shaquille O'Neal. Nick Nolte was said to have written a 200-page novel about his character's psyche. He also worked on this movie only on weekends due to filming another movie at the same time. Space Jam: A New Legacy. LeBron James is trapped in cyberspace and has to play high-stakes basketball with Bugs Bunny, starring LeBron James and Don Cheadle. This film was released in 2021, which marked the 25th anniversary of the original Space Jam. This Space Jam is set in cyberspace, in contrast to the first film dealing with outer space. The Winning Season. A has-been coach gets a shot at redemption when he's asked to run a high school girls basketball team, starring Sam Rockwell and Emma Roberts. This movie originally premiered at the Sundance Film Festival in 2009. High Flying Bird. A sports agent presents his rookie client with an intriguing and controversial opportunity, starring Andre Holland. This movie is filmed entirely on an iPhone. 17 Again. A 30-something-year-old man gets a do-over when he wakes up as a teenager and gets the chance to rewrite his life, starring Zac Efron. Zac Efron also portrayed a basketball player in the 3 High School Musical movies. Believe in Me. A young man's wish to coach basketball is tweaked when the school board makes him the new coach of the girls' team, starring Jeffrey Donovan. Based on the book Brief Garland about real-life coach Jim Keith. Forget Paris. A difficult relationship between a basketball referee and an airline official that met in Paris, France, starring Billy Crystal and Deborah Winger. This film includes on-the-court scenes with real-life friends Billy Crystal and basketball star Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. The two grew up together in New York. Basketball. 2 guys turn the sports world upside down when they invent a new game, playing basketball with baseball rules, starring Trey Parker and Matt Stone, creators of South Park. This movie is based on a real-life game that director David Zucker created with his friends, literally played in the driveway of his home. Thanks for watching. Check out the complete list on Letterboxd or IMDb. Links in the description.